Your move!
What is going on, you guys? Bashtian here, and today I'm coming at you with another before you buy video before Grand Creators comes out this upcoming week. I'm sure we're all really excited. So essentially, we've already done the p.u.n.k archetype, we've already done the what was it called, Exo Sister archetype as well, and now it is time for the Brave Token archetype. Now remember, I am not looking at individual engines, so however good the Brave Token engine may be overall in playing decks like p.u.n.k and decks like Phantom Knight, things like that, I'm not looking into that at all. I'm strictly looking at the overall archetype, and I will show a tutorial as well how to go about doing the Brave Token combo. For those of you guys who do not know, it's very splashable, very easy to set up combo. It's a 1-card combo, and all you need is this card right here, Rite of Artemisia. As long as you have that, you're pretty much all set, good to go, but we'll get to that at a later time. So for now, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the Brave Token archetype as a whole, as a pure deck, as I do in the before you buy videos. You look at 3 pros and 3 cons and see where the deck should lie, where I believe the deck is going to lie in the upcoming meta. Again, there's a lot also riding on this upcoming ban list as well, but we'll see how that goes. So let's start it off with the pros. Now, when it comes to the pros, the first things first, of course, is going to be the Brave Token combo. To be able to set up the Omni Negate with the second summon is absolutely amazing. To be able to play around Nibiru in this way is incredible. To not have to worry about your first initial hand trap, to always know that you are going to be safe no matter what initial hand trap your opponent has, and if you have more than one, then kudos to them. But essentially, so this guy right here, Wandering Griffin Rider, is going to be your second summon of every single game. At least that is what we would like. The reason I say that is because, again, this is more of a pure archetype analysis. It is not the most consistent deck, but I'll get to that when we get to the cons. Pros, again, it's very incredible that you're able to go ahead and set up an Omni Gate on your second summon. A lot of decks do it on the 5th summon, if everything goes right, if not 5th, 6th. But it usually takes a little bit more in order to get that initial really good Omni Gate on the board. Second pro that I see with this is that it gives the combo itself, the Brave Token combo, gives the deck quite a bit of decent grind ability. So what do I mean by grind ability? The card Journey of Destiny essentially keeps recycling your cards and you can continue searching Wandering Griffin Rider as long as you have your Brave Token on board. So pretty much this deck as a pure build is going to focus around protecting your token at all freaking costs, because this is really gonna be the only real way that you're gonna be able to see as much success with this deck as possible. Again, if you're gonna play it as a pure variant, you're gonna need to keep the Brave Token on board in order for you guys to get effects, in order for your guys to spells, traps, monster effects to be played at the most optimal level. So having said that though, if you are able to go ahead and keep your Brave Token on board, whether you're using it in attack or defense position, it really just gives the deck a lot more grindability, because you can keep recycling your cards and keep searching out exactly what it is that you need. So that I like quite a bit, is that it doesn't have the best grinding game. It's not like Sky Striker, where it can literally just keep playing for days, or pure p.u.n.k, where it can, again, just keep activating p.u.n.k's prank to keep, you know, recycling all its cards. It's not like that. But I would say I would give it a solid 6 out of 10 on that scale, and you know, we take it from there. Again, this is another pro to the deck, has good grind game as well, so we take what we can get. And the third pro I really see with this deck is if everything goes smoothly. The key word there is if everything goes smoothly. You can set up a multiple negate board with really just the greatest of ease, as DPYGO would say. The greatest of ease for multiple negates on board, and that's mainly going to be to the effect of your of your trap cards. So cards like Thunder Discharge, cards like Resurrection Breath really give you that much more of an advantage over your opponent. Thunder Discharge is absolutely ridiculous. It reads, if you control a Brave Token, target one monster you control equipped with an equipped card that specifically lists Brave Token, and its text: destroy as many monsters your opponent controls with possible attack less than or equal to that monster, so it's absolutely ridiculous. If you have a, say, 2300 attack beater, and with your hand traps you're able to stall your opponent for a little bit, maybe you can go ahead and just activate this and blow him out the water. So also cards like there can only be one, stall your opponent out, normal summon a big monster, activate the trap, destroy your opponent's monsters. And you can see I'm listing off a lot of steps, and that really tends to be the first con, or it intertwines with all the cons of this deck, again, as a pure variant. First con being it exclusively relies on having one token on the board. Now, if it were like Sword Soul, that is perfectly fine because it does rely very heavily on having that token, but you immediately get rid of that token to go ahead and synchro summon because your token is your tuner. Without a tuner, you can't synchro, but you can still go into link plays. There's with 10E variant. There's other things you can do with things like Sword Soul. Brave token, it relies so heavily on having that Brave token, Adventure, whatever you want to call this type of deck. I guess Brave token would be the best one. It relies so heavily on having that Brave token on board that the deck doesn't really do much unless you have that token on board. Now that token, for reference, is a 2000 attack, 2000 defense, Earth Fairy. That should really tell you all you really need to know, because essentially all you're gonna really be doing to keep it alive is put that guy in defense mode and hope your opponent doesn't, just kill it. it really comes down to that. Like, this deck as a pure variant is trash. However, it is very useful, again, to set up your Omni Negate prior to your first summon, yada yada yada. In that case, yeah, I'll give it props. However, as a pure variant, this deck is below tier 10, I wouldn't say. I don't see it being consistent. I don't see it being, as a next con, we can go ahead and say, has terrible consistency. Where I don't think I've ever seen a deck that has to play triple Extravagance and triple Prosperity. I've thought about Desires, but the thing about playing Desires is if I get rid of my Rite of Armnesia, it turns off my deck essentially. So god damn it, I'm not a fan of this deck. I'm not gonna lie to you. As again a pure variant, and just the fact the third con would be that it just relies on equipped spells. Like, what even is this field spell? Like the Zaram. While you control a monster equipped with Noble Arms, Daniel. No, not this one. It's the Woods of Lost Flowers. Is while your monster is equipped with a Starlit Papillon, which is specifically this one card. It's not even like a Noble Knight where they have like the specific names. It's just not a good deck as a pure variant, and that's pretty much all I really have to say. It's cool. It can set up an Omni Negate on second summon. Has a okay grind game, not the best, not the worst. It relies exclusively on that token, and overall, I'm not excited for this deck as a whole. I'm excited to have these three cards in general: the Wander Griffin Rider, the Rite of Armnesia, Journey of Destiny, 4 cards in general, I'm sorry, and the Aquamancer Sanctuary, so I can put that into my P.u.n.k deck. However, all these other cards, this trash over here, this over to this, it's not a good deck, unfortunately. So that's unfortunately my take on this deck. Again, we're gonna have some hits, we're gonna have some misses. This is definitely gonna be a miss on my part as well. Not on my part, is just as far as I see it, I do not see this deck doing anything in the TCG, again, as far as the pure variant goes, but I will definitely be using these for my P.u.n.k deck in the future, so be on the lookout for that. Remember, just because an archetype is terrible does not mean all of the cards in that archetype are terrible. For example, Deskbots are a terrible archetype, an OTK based archetype. However, Deskbot 001 is a fantastic card because it allows you to do some ridiculous plays with Mecha Phantom Beast token. Is that what it's called? I forgot what it was called, but yeah. So do not be discouraged of the Brave tokens. as an engine. I would not play this as a pure build, as it's pretty impossible to play without ripping some of the hairs on my head. So let me know what you guys think about Brave Tokens overall, I guess, in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you guys did enjoy. If you guys do agree with my analysis, again, I believe I've been very fair with what I've said so far. As in pure archetype, it is god-awful. As an engine, it is fantastic. Let me know if you guys agree with that, again, in the comment section down below. Subscribe for more videos, guys, deck profiles, content just like this before you buy. I want to make sure that you guys know what you're getting into when you're going into these brand new sets are coming out into the Yu-Gi-Oh games. Let me know again what you guys think in the comment section down below, and I'll go ahead and see you guys in the next one.